Good day everyone. Today, we would enlighten us about the evolution of money long before this present day. Without further ado, let us get into it. The history of money. Now, this topic is an interesting one since it doesn't have any intrinsic value. The money in your wallet are just pieces of metal or paper, yet we use it for our general needs, things we want to buy, or services that enrich our daily lives. But what gives money its value? How did it get to where it is today? And what steps did it need to take to advance? By answering these questions, let's go all the way back to the beginning where it all began. The history of money begins with barter, but before the concept of money was invented, people directly exchanged goods and services with one another. For example, a farmer might trade their vegetables for pepper while other people might want livestock, goats, cows, sheep, camels, and other animals, in exchange. As agriculture became more popular, people also started bartering wheat and other produce. As time went by, this graduated to seashells as a means of exchange. Let us dive into it immediately. Seashells, 1200 BC. What people soon realized was that barter could, at times, be inconvenient. For example, what happens when a farmer needs horseshoes but the blacksmith who makes them doesn't want crops in return? The farmer could either look for another blacksmith or trade their crops for something the blacksmith wants. In hopes of simplifying the process, people started using cowries as a medium of exchange. Cowries are the shells of a mollusk widely available in the shallow waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. They're considered to be one of the longest used currencies in the history of money, originally popping up in China. Some societies in Africa have even used them as recently as the middle of this century. Another means of exchange after this medium of exchange is the metallic money, that is the coins. Metallic coins, 1000 BC. Because of how fragile cowries were, coins made out of bronze and copper began to replace them by the end of the Stone Age. Some of the earlier ones were manufactured by China as early as 770 BC and are considered to be the earliest forms of metal coins in the history of money. Furthermore, metal tools such as spades or knives were also used as a form of currency. These are the ancestors of the round-shaped coins we see today. They often had holes in the middle so that people could string them together into a chain. The king of Lydia, Alyattes, minted what is believed to be the first official currency in history. Created in around 600 BC, Lydian slaters were coins made out of electrum, which is a mixture of gold and silver that occurred naturally. They were stamped with pictures, serving as denominations, and were the first that took the round form we're familiar with. Another means of exchange after this medium of exchange is the paper money, which was in denomination. Paper money, 994-80. Modern coins, as sturdy as they were, became a danger to carry around, especially when carrying a lot, which could also attract bandits. Instead of taking the risk, travelers gave their money to trustworthy merchants for safekeeping. These merchants would store the coins in lockboxes, take note of how much was deposited on a piece of paper, and sign it. This served as an IOU, a signed note acknowledging a debt, which can be redeemed for coins from other affiliated merchants. Over time, people started using these notes as a medium of exchange and banking was born. The first known paper banknotes were created in China during the Song dynasty in 994 AD. These notes were heavily produced until 1455 when their value rapidly depreciated and experienced a high rate of inflation. Paper money caught up in the West in the 17th century, when Sweden also established the first national bank, the Stockholm Banco. The next was fiat money. The next evolution of money happened in 1971 when U.S. President Richard Nixon officially abandoned the gold standard and made it so that the former means of exchange was no longer convertible into gold. Instead, they turned to fiat, a government-issued currency that isn't backed by any commodity but rather by the government that issued it, which was as well applicable in every country in the world. Because the government could control how much money is printed, central banks have more power over the economy. Additionally, since it isn't tied to an amount of gold the government held in reserve, fiat is susceptible to inflation. This means it can lose its value in times of economic uncertainty, and if too much money is printed, the value of the currency drops. Electronic cash and online wallets. Because of the technological innovations of the 21st century, mobile payments with electronic cash such as Visa card, MasterCard, credit and debit card, and mobile payments such as Apple Pay, Google Pay rose in popularity. These were also backed by financial institutions but made payments easier by allowing people to make transactions through their personal computers, smartphones, or tablets as we all know today. Bitcoin, the future money. Bitcoin was created in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto and quickly became the standard for all cryptocurrencies. As of November 2022, all of the world's Bitcoin fully diluted market cap is worth over $347 million United States dollars. Because it has no physical form and is decentralized, Bitcoin lives solely on your digital wallet, giving you full control over your own money. No bank or government can take it away from you as long as you have your private keys. Although its market was mainly niche at the beginning, mainly appealing to investors, Bitcoin adoption is beginning to rise, with El Salvador as one of the early adopters of Bitcoin as a legal tender. Now, it's more than just an investment tool. Bitcoin can be used for everyday transactions, cheaper remittances, wealth preservation, and more. For these facts, it's safe to say that the evolution of money has come a long way. With the steps it's taking today and knowing what happened during the history of money, we can only imagine what'll happen in the future. But if Bitcoin's popularity can be used as an indicator of where money is going, we can rest easy knowing that it's going in the right direction, back in the hands of the people. If you like this video, hit the bell icon and kindly subscribe to my channel. Also hit the like button for more content. Thank you and see you in my next video.